Silver Age Comic-Con is a 2-day convention in Reno, Nevada, and I am getting ready. There wasn't a lot of prep to get through for this convention, so I focused on making a few new sticker sheets. This convention is decently small, so it was a bit of a weird choice for me to fly there from Seattle, but I've heard good things and I was really excited to try it out. And if all I had to do was sticker sheets and packing, that's not too much prep and it was easy. Alright, so the packing situation is interesting right now, but we also have a little bit of a craft project. I like to put my pins into these frames, but that means we have to get the glass out of the frame, so this will be fun. This needs to go in here so that we reduce our mess. Let's try one more time. Okay. Oh, that's actually way better than before. Usually I get a lot of, like, glass cracking. That didn't crack the glass, it just got the glue to peel. Weird. That's excellent. We love to see it. The way to do it. That probably was the way. Yeah. Okay. Then we'll just clasp it in. I haven't had any issues of theft. I have had people rip them out and then go, hey, this fell down. But no theft problems yet so far. Alright, everybody hold your breath. Bam. She's a little bloated. That's okay. Sometimes we all are. So. It was 43. Ooh, that's gonna be iffy. 49.9, let's fucking go. Get a load of that? We're packed. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure what we have good stock of and what we don't. I do know we have Oops All Ortho, because for some reason I always think Ortho's gonna sell 1,000,000 billion. He doesn't. Not enough to have that many in stock. At least on hand. Okay, that's good. We have one Edia. Is there any other Edias in here? No, okay. And we have 2 Sebek. Let's grab one more Sebek. I'm sure we could stand to have one more Sebek. Ooh, do I have one more Sebek? Am I running out of these boys again? I am. Shoot. Okay, so we have 2 Sebek left. 4 silver. And that's it on those 2. Okay, I will remember to place those in my restock order. Diasomnia boys, we are solid on. We're good on Diasomnia. We can put some orthos back. And then we need some Edia. Okay. Orthos, can you be fewer? 3 is fine for ortho. 3 is all we have for Edia. Okay. I'll probably have to do a little bit of a re-up order on these guys. It'll be interesting because I have a new rep. Ugh. They've been really iffy on if they're okay with doing these, and I really liked my previous rep. They were fantastic, and they always had these ones figured out. Sometimes, though, a rep can't figure out, like, the number of layers that this has. That's... yeah. It's just gonna have to be okay, and I'm gonna have to try it out with her. She's a good rep. My new one is, but the one I had before was, like... that was my angel, and he is now retired. Oh, this is an Apple and a Vil without epoxy. Those are going in the blind bags. Ooh, and 2 Jamils, no epoxy. Rook, you've got your... 2 of you... 1 of you has epoxy. Okay, well, that's an upgrade I made, and it's gonna be nice to get everybody the same. We'll put in 3 Vil, and we'll need 2 Rook. I would say it's Edia who sells the most for me, and close behind it's Ortho, Malleus, Lilia, pretty much neck and neck. And clap, bam. Could you click better? Thank you. And that's them. We're solid. Woohoo! My day 0 of convention was on Friday. Reno is just a really quick flight, but I have to take a bus and then a train and then a plane, and it's a whole thing. I was staying with the lovely Eris Art at our hotel, but her car broke down and they had to get a rental, and that was a really difficult day, so I ended up wandering the casino hotel for a long time and had myself a nice little dinner. They got in, I got some sleep, and we headed out for day 1. So first stumble of the day is I thought we had 6-foot tables. We have 8, which happened to be the last time I was in Reno for a different con at a different con center, but I'm not super sure what to do with this. I have a fitted tablecloth. This is gonna be fun. I'll figure it out. I think this is the best I can do right now. We'll see how it looks. I don't know. Very genuinely, my funniest bit right now is that I don't have anything has been, and I'll see people see my name, go, oh, they'll have something, and run toward me. I don't have anything. Someone brought me this keychain and it matches everything so cute! Saturday was just really slow, so I ended up having a lot of chill time, I ended up having my noodles, I ended up eating my hair. It was kind of just hanging out. Hello! Massive thank you to the BQ who came by and gave me little treats. I'm so excited. I needed a little candy. It's around 3:30 and things have slowed down quite a bit. I had a really good hour on the 2 o'clock, but then it just kind of died out, so I'm not sure what I think is going to be happening. I'm not sure how I feel about it so far. I don't think it's a bad con. I think if I was local, I'd be pleased enough, but I'm just kind of mid. But everyone's been super sweet, so that's been awesome. But, you know, you win some, you lose some, sales-wise. I'm thinking that we're getting consolation prize. We're not winning, but we're not losing. But at least everyone's been really nice. I got to see some of my vendor friends. It's been really, really fun. We still have about 30 minutes, but I do an hourly count, and it's not going too well. We had one really good hour, but it's just kind of been tapering, and there's not really anyone in right now, so I'm hoping for the best, but it's not been the greatest. Alright, so it is morning up. They haven't let people in just yet, so everyone's walking around. I got everything settled. I'm trying not to make too big of a goal, especially because my horoscope tells me not to overestimate today, so, but we're gonna see what we can get. I would love if I could make 1,000 for the weekend. It's not what I was hoping for, but it would be a good consolation prize. But I'm going in feeling okay. We had a really good morning. We had a lot of fun last night, and I think it's gonna be fine. I ended up really not filming because there just wasn't anything for me to film. It was an extremely slow day. It wasn't a bad day by any means, it was just slow enough that it was disappointing. My roomies and I went out to dinner, and I felt like I really earned my drink. Alright, let's start with the good. The good is that this convention is run by the artist alley head Marina. She's amazing, and I love her. I love seeing her at Gem State. She makes the entire process for every show that she runs fantastic. This convention is well run. It is also kind of small, and it should not be traveled to out of state. If you are local, I recommend it wholeheartedly. It was stupid of me to do it this way, and I shouldn't have done it. However, a lot of people were really, really nice. The people who were nice at this show were incredible. Everyone was so sweet, if they were sweet. I also have a lot of friends in this area, especially people that I got to bond with at Sacramento during Sacramento Anime Market run by Doki Doki. Oh, baby. That one was a fun one. We got a swell entertainment video on that one. It was good. But no, that was nice. The good parts were the good organization, the general kindness of most of the attendees, and being able to see so many friends that I don't get to see very often. That said, the people who decide to be rude in the desert, I think the heat gets to their brains and it makes them the most evil they could possibly be. Understandable, when I'm cranky and it's hot, I'm also evil. I get it, but seeing my stuff going, ugh, who would ever want that? This is fucking stupid. Comments like that are a little too much even for when it's warm. Plus we had AC, calm down. It's nice out. We don't have AC where I'm from. Anyway, the people who were rude were rude. It was also, as I said, a bit of a smaller show, which means that sales were not great. I made under $1,000, which coming from out of state is pretty bad. But I don't blame the convention for this, and the attendees who were nice, again, were really nice, and I had a few people who came from the videos that I do, and I was so excited. If you were there and you said that you came from TikTok, thank you so much, you made my day. It was really nice to meet you guys. Like, I can't complain about this show proper, because it was well organized, it was well run, it is good for a small show. It's just that my friends who came from out of state and recommended it, I trust them a lot, but they are often people who do well under any circumstances, and they came a couple years ago when the economy wasn't quite as in the gutter, and that's
it just makes a difference. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. I'm not mad they recommended it because a couple years ago it did do fantastic. So I think that if you're local, do it. Will I be back? Probably not next year at the very least. I'm going to be moving to Chicago, so that's going to be really interesting, and that's just too far for me to go to a show that size. I don't regret doing this one. I'm glad that I figured out that it wasn't the one for me. I do also think that it's a very comics-oriented and very shonen-oriented show. There's not a ton of anime people, but the people who are there for anime are there for shonen. I am a shoujo girly all the way, and it also seemed like there wasn't even a huge fantasy crowd. I typically do really good if there's like a shoujo or fantasy or J fashion crowd, especially the Lolita girlies. Y'all are my favorites. But there really wasn't much of that crowd in general. There was a lot of Amazing Digital Circus. There was a lot of Has-Been. There was a good amount of Demon Slayer. I think that people who have that type of stuff did well, and a lot of the more comics-oriented artists did really well. But I wasn't a great match. It's smaller, and the economy's in the fucking gutter, man. But overall, it's a good show. It wasn't the show for me, especially not this year, but it is a good show, and if you are local, I recommend it wholeheartedly. I recommend anything Marina runs if you're local to the area that the show is being held in. My next convention is a little bit weird. I'm having a friend set up for me at HachiCon, so we will have that set up, and I'm also hosting a cup sleeve on August 8th in Vancouver, Washington. It's going to be the Fairy Gala for Twisted Wonderland. It's going to be so cute. If you're in the area, please come by. I'm running the event. It's going to be a little boba shop event, so it's not anything crazy, but it is going to be really fun, and I think that you should come. It is free. You can get cool stuff. There's going to be free cup sleeves if you get a drink. There's going to be vendors. We'll have a photo station and a deco station, and again, it's all free. Please come by if you're in the area. It's going to be so much fun. All right, with that, I will see you guys at the next event. I will have a vlog out next week for studio, and I will see you. Thank you!